You know, after Jesus was arrested and betrayed, taken before Caiaphas and Herod and all them, excuse me, I'm going to start in about verse 26. They released Barabbas, but after having Jesus scourged, they delivered him to be crucified. And the soldiers of the governor took Jesus to the praetorium, and they gathered the whole Roman cohort around him, and they stripped him, and they put on him a scarlet robe, and they weaved him a crown of thorns. Mm-hmm. What was thorns a part of?
The curse.
Mm-hmm.
Curse. Remember, Daddy said, because of this, here, day one, the earth that you are made out of is going to produce thorns. Mm-hmm. Part of the curse. Thorns is part of the curse of the earth.
Amen.
Jesus wore the crown of the curse of the earth. Guess whose crown this should be? Yours.
Mm-hmm.
This should be your crown.
Yeah.
He wore your crown for you.
Amen.
You know why?
Yeah.
He wants you to wear his.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Say, I'll wear your crown, and you can wear mine.
Amen.
This is the crown of the curse.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Amen.
2 Timothy. And again, just listen. The time will come. Oh no, we'll try. How many of you can say this? I have fought the good fight of faith. I hope so. In the future, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
Amen.
Amen.
Whose crown should that be? Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wore your crown. And now he's laid up for you his crown. Which the Lord, the righteous judge, is going to award to me on that day. Not only to me, but to all who have loved his appearing. When it says all who have loved his appearing, it's not talking about all that were alive and see him come back in the clouds for the second coming. You know what? All his appearing is, maybe today is the first day he really appeared to you.
Amen.
As to what happened.
Yeah.
Are y'all understanding me?
Mm-hmm.
All of you who, wow, it's been appeared to me, it's been revealed to me, it's been preached to me, it's been taught to me, I finally understand. Jesus became sin and took the curse and wore my crown of thorns that I deserved and did everything for me. He became sin so I could become righteous, I could become healthy, I could be healed. It says that he was rich, he became poor so I could become rich.
Yeah.
Amen.
And he became sin and curse so I could become righteous. And if you receive that, if you believe that, if you see that, if that's appeared to you today, guess what? He's got a crown waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two aspects of it. You can wear it spiritually right now. You can put on your spiritual crown of righteousness today.
Amen.
But according to this, you really get a real one.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, there's laid up for me a crown, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me. Wow, that's pretty big.
Amen.
Jesus wore yours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I got one for you. There's one other person in the Bible, and it's back in Leviticus. I may look it up in a minute. there were two kinds of people that wore crowns. Obviously, one is kings. Kings wore crowns. You know who else wore crowns in the Old Testament? In the law? Priests. Do you know that? Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. Help me, Lord. Then Moses and his sons, they washed the priest with water. Here spiritually. They were washed with water. And he put on them a tunic, like a robe, and girded with a sash. And he put this ephod on him. It's on his shoulders. And he girded him with an artistic band for this ephod. And he tied this artistic band to him. And he placed on this guy that he just washed a breastplate. Guess what you get? Breastplate of righteousness.
Amen.
And in this breastplate, he put jewels. And he placed a turban on his head. And on this turban, he placed a golden plate, a holy crown. Jesus is the high priest. You know what you know what that means? The high priest was the one over all the other priests. If he's the high priest, that means there are other priests.
Mm-hmm.
Look at somebody next to you. That's a priest.
Amen.
And they are decked out. Robe of righteousness. I mean, all these are, you got to hear this stuff spiritually. Jesus is the high priest, you are a priest. It says in Revelation that when Jesus comes back, this is where I got the WWJT, what would Jesus tattoo? Right out of Revelation. Because it says, it is written on his thigh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think? I've had this conversation with some religious people. So, well, what makes you think that's a tattoo? And I said, well, what do you think it is? Just, he wrote it on his leg with a Sharpie? Says on his thigh, King of kings, Lord of lords, High priest of priests. I added that part. He is the high priest. You're the priest. He's the King of all kings. Guess who they are? He's the Lord of all lords. Guess who they are? That's the crown you deserved. He wore it for you so you don't have to. Y'all are not excited. Is anybody getting this?
Amen.
Is this good news to anybody?
Yeah.
Amen.
Would you rather go to a church where you feel beat up and worse about your relationship with God when you leave?
No, thank
Nope.
God, I hope not. You ought to be feeling better. He loves you so much that he sent his one and only son to come down and become sin for you and take the curse for you and take all your sickness and disease and allergies and poverty and everything else so you didn't ever have to go through it.
Amen.
Amen.
So you could be healthy and wealthy and righteous and holy and do something for him, and you can't do enough works to get there.
That's right.
How do you get there? Believe it.
Yeah.
Amen.
How do you not get there? Don't believe it.
Amen.
Yep.
It's pretty simple. Believe it, you win. Don't believe it, you lose. Ain't got nothing to do with your performance.
Nope.
Sorry about that. Hello, there it is. Believe it, you win. Don't believe it, you lose. How simple is that?
Amen.
Yep.
Again, I started this today. I don't know if this was just going to be a one-day sermon or if I started a new series today. But I want you to do something real quick.